what is going on, and welcome back to another video. I am currently just about to get ready. As you can see, I've got zero amount of makeup on. I've just come back from the gym and I was really thinking at the gym, I'm in a lot of like a clearer mindset today and it's beautiful sunshine. So on the way back I was like, right, I'm gonna record a video of like what I've been thinking and feeling recently. I don't really know how it's gonna turn out. I don't really know what I'm gonna say, but yeah, I need to get ready anyway, so I thought I'd film one. First of all, I'm gonna use just a separate SPF and also the Daily Power Defense from ZO Skin range. I've used this for, if you follow my story, like literally I would say like about 8 months now. My skin, this isn't spots, this is like just almost like the remnants of them previously. So I always use this, and everything that I'm gonna use today is completely unsponsored. If you followed me on Instagram, and I haven't really talked about it on here before just because when I go to film I'm probably like not in the greatest of mindsets. I think you've got to be like almost in a good place in order to, I suppose, talk about it. But yeah, I would say since like January or maybe even before, I've just had waves, and not like, you know, like sometimes you have like a bit of a down day and you're like, I will snap out of this tomorrow. Like I just know that I've just got up the wrong side of the bed and like I know that I'll feel better tomorrow. Since January, those like down days have felt very, very down and dark. And I just haven't really been able to like pinpoint a reason why. You know, just like there's some things, like everyday things happen that are just a little bit rubbish, but that's just like, it's not a massive problem. It's just like, you know, your everyday thing. And it's not a reason to feel like in a down space for a while about it. And this isn't to say that I like have been like in a deep dark depression. I've known that before, where you just feel numb and almost like emotionless. So this is like, it's kind of like a different thing. I think when I started to like think about it more and more, I felt annoyed with myself and like just a feeling like I don't deserve to feel like this. Because if you had told me from like 3 years ago I was in a terrible relationship, it was a very long time coming that I decided to finish it. It was definitely like an overdue thing and went on just for far too long. I then lived on my own for a little bit, felt trapped. I didn't feel like there was any way out. And if you had told me 3 years later I would be living in London, self-employed, so having the opportunity to do things that I love, to travel, you know, to have a great relationship, living in a great apartment in the centre of London, I would be like, well, that is my dream. I will be literally happy forever. I think that kind of feeling that why do I deserve to feel like this has been a thing for me. I've been listening at the moment, and that's kind of inspired me as well, to Fern Cotton's book Happy. And she talks about a lot, basically coming from a working class background. Like I don't come from loads of money, and I think I find that a lot of people who kind of do YouTube or, you know, social media or live in London have come from lots of money. And I'm not saying that that is like a bad thing, but I'm just saying it's different. And I think sometimes, I'm sorry guys, like the light keeps on going in and out. I think sometimes people who do come from money, they do kind of get a bit more opportunity, but that isn't to say that they still don't work hard. Fern Cotton came from a working class background and kind of got transported into this like massive life of presenting and radio and like primetime TV and everything like that. And all she thought was like, I just want to be like the most successful presenter on TV. Like that is it. Like I just want to be the most successful in work ways. And then it kind of came to it, and she was very, very depressed, in a dark place, and kind of feeling like, why do I deserve to feel like this? And I'm not saying that I am like Fern Cotton or as successful as Fern Cotton or anything like that, but it is that kind of same mentality where he talks about imposter syndrome. Like, sometimes I feel like, why do I deserve this? God, this is going really deep, guys. Really deep. But I suppose what I've come to realize is that my like normal state to go in is a state of feeling quite blue. What I've come to realize as well, that being happy isn't a given for anyone, really. Being happy is a choice that you've got to make, and it is almost like something that you've got to work on. And I think because I'm surrounded also by choices in my life and decisions and opportunities, everyone, even like the most successful people, they are in that position at the top of companies and stuff because they are continuously doing and working and wanting to achieve more and do more. Social media as well, you can still see this kind of highlight reel of what other people are doing, even though, you know, you have really no idea, let's be honest, of the behind the scenes of that photo. You know, someone could be on the beach drinking a cocktail, but really in their head they could be completely like insecure and just broken up with their boyfriend or just got fired from their job. Like, you just don't know behind the scenes of a photo. So that is something that I'm going off on a tangent saying. You just have to really take everything that you see, guys, as a pinch of salt. But still, even if it's like an unconscious thing, those things are still in our brains. Like, they're still going into our minds, those pictures, and like, oh gosh, like, why aren't I on a beach? Why am I here? Why is it raining? Why am I going to my job? Like, that is something that we all have to take in, and I suppose that we just have to like literally take it as a pinch of salt, even though that's, you know, for example, like if you were watching a film, you'd be like, this isn't real. I know that this isn't real, like I can separate myself. We almost have to think that about social media or YouTube, you know, or anything. It is literally what someone is portraying. There are as well massively great parts about social media, and also what I'm working on at the moment is something that I know will be completely valuable and almost like taking me back to my roots for other people. And that is what I am excited about now, and I think that's where my position this year is going to start to shift, because oh god, look at my eyebrows compared to everything else. I think when you bring it back to how you are kind of providing a service or adding value to other people's lives, I suppose, whether that be, you know, in a job, being a teacher, being like IT support or whatever, how you know that you are providing for other people, I think that's when it comes back that you feel like you're making a difference. And I think that is something that's really, really important to me. It's also the second day of girl time, and I actually do feel quite strong today. I was in the gym just before and I felt like a walking zombie, quite an emotional wreck yesterday. But today I'm like, I can rule the world. You've got to go with what you're feeling on specific days, because not every day as well, guys, is going to be a good day. And I think what I've learned since January, when I like beat myself up for not completing my to-do list, or beat myself up for like feeling a certain way, I'm like, I kind of can learn to accept the kind of feeling that I'm feeling at the moment, and like know that it will pass. And on days where I just don't feel great, I maybe lay off social media a little bit more. I take some time for me. I make sure, even if I don't want to go to the gym, that I'm like, I do some kind of movement. But today I woke up and I was like, yeah, I feel really strong today, so I'm gonna train legs. So I think it's all about, like yesterday, I felt like an absolute zombie, like I said. So, I mean, there was no chance of me having a good leg session. And I knew that if I'd started, it would be pretty poor, and then that would make me feel even more rubbish about myself that I couldn't complete a leg session. So I think it's all about, I don't know why Alexa just turned on. That was very weird. Alexa, pause. That is that. And then, as you can see, I think when I last did a get ready with me, I had my semi-permanent eyelashes. Now I actually have quite long eyelashes, but because my hair is so fair, you can't see them until I put the mascara on. So this is my favourite mascara. I go through different stages, but I always go back to the MAC. I think it's a volumizing in extreme 3D black mascara. These are like the oldest curlers known to man, like literally they're about 12 years old. Like kind of people to recognise that it isn't all roses and fairy tale, and life isn't meant to be like that, and to make mistakes because that's how we grow. And also, like, one last point, guys, and this is what came into my head the other day. I do a lot of thinking. So this is what came into my head the other day, that I've had some great experiences. Like, I have great experiences every day, and some of the best experiences that I've had have been extremely happy times. But it is out of like the darkness or an extreme breakup or feeling miserable or something like crappy happening that you actually go to a better place, almost like in your head and just like in your life. And that is like sometimes learning, that is like making mistakes. Like, I just think that we put so much pressure on ourselves and like are so judgmental of other people when they make mistakes or they're just growing or going into a new path. We're so judgmental, but in fact that is like, that happens to us all, because that's how that made sense, guys. I probably quite rambly, but I just kind of wanted to get out what I was feeling, because I know that on my Instagram people were like, what's going on? Like, have you broken up with your boyfriend? Like, what is happening? And sometimes you just can't explain it, and I know that it's not a priority for me to put every single thing that I'm going through out on the internet, and probably some things I'll kind of keep in the background, but I feel like kind of like share it and hope it relates to you guys. Guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.